how to start a sales conversation. So I'm in these lovely offices in Belfast today, and I'm going through client demos. These are pre-recorded demos. Usually once a week, I go through them with my clients. And it's fascinating because everybody wants to generate more leads. But most people have no idea how to convert those leads. Everybody wants to make more sales and close more deals, but they often don't understand the process involved in doing that. And a key part of that is how to start a sales presentation. And the biggest mistake I see people making is they start their presentation like this. So let me tell you about my company, or let me tell you about my company's history, or let me tell you a bit about ourselves. And here's the thing, when it comes to sales, nobody really cares about the company history, or yourself, or your awards. And I know this because I used to start off conversations saying, hi, I got 23 years experience in corporate London, and I've traveled internationally for 5 years and worked in North America and the Middle East and Asia. And I got a best-selling book now called Everybody Works in Sales. And that's really impressive, and it's true, and I'm really proud of it. But nobody cares. It doesn't solve my customers' problems. And so what you want to do when you start a sales conversation is not talk about yourself. What you want to do is one of three things. First of all, do a lot of research on the person you're pitching to or presenting to. Some people like the word pitch. It's interesting, men like the word pitch, women like the word present. It's a bit of a softer word, but they're pretty much the same skills. So if you're going to be presenting or pitching to let's call it a prospect or a potential client, you spend at least 10 to 15 minutes on their website or looking at what they're doing on social media. And you start the conversation saying, before I start, I just wanted to say, I noticed this on your website, or I noticed this social media post you did. Automatically, you stand out. 90% of people who just don't do that. Most people, when it comes to sales presentations, get stuck in, or they had some banal chit-chat about the weather, but it doesn't really help the other person. And a sales presentation, just like sales, is all about helping the other person. So if you do your research, it is going to put you way ahead of anybody else. Research on a website or research on a social media post. Or the second thing you do is you open with a really powerful question. So if I'm doing, just say I was doing a sales training presentation and I wanted to win some business, I would start off by saying, are you aware that 90% of business isn't a follow-up? And yet most of your staff are not following up efficiently. This is costing you money, you're losing revenue, it's going to potentially struggle to make you hit your targets end of the year, and it's going to cause tremendous stress. And in sales especially, when targets aren't hit, what happens? Job cuts. It's never good. And this is very important because you're asking a powerful question, you're giving somebody some valuable information, and you're also hitting some psychological touch points. Because why do people buy? To make money, to save money, to reduce stress, to be part of something bigger than themselves. Quite often they buy because they're told to. Sometimes they buy to beat the competition. Sometimes they buy to impress others. When I sell to people, they're really buying to make more money, or to cut costs, or to reduce stress. So make sure you always include those psychological words when you're working with people. Okay, emotive words are very important. When I do a sales presentation and I present to somebody at the very end, I don't go, do you want to go ahead? I always say, how do you feel? It's an emotive word. Emotive words are very important. But I'll talk about that another day. I'll probably do a video actually called how to end a sales presentation, but we're talking about how to start one here. So do your research, ask a powerful question like, are you aware that 90% of people in your organization don't follow up effectively? And as a result, you're leaving money on the table, you're losing money. That's going to cause increased stress, and you use psychology. The third thing is to make a powerful statement. So if I was doing, let's just say I'm doing LinkedIn training with somebody, and I'm trying to impress them to hire me over and above other coaches. Yes, I can say, look, I'm a LinkedIn top voice. I'm one of the very few people in the UK that's been to LinkedIn's head office in London and in Dublin. And last week I was in San Francisco and I got all the pictures to prove it and everything. I could do that. But instead I say, 93% of people on LinkedIn just scroll. About 3% of people like and comment on posts. 4% of people who write content at least 3 times a week, they're the ones who win the business. I'd like to show you how you can become part of that 4%. And all of a sudden their eyes just light up because I've really made a powerful statement. So do your research, ask a powerful question, make a powerful statement. But the most important thing is do not, under any circumstance, start off a sales presentation talking about yourself or your company history. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every week I'm uploading new videos so you can learn, so you can grow, so you can develop, so you can understand sales quicker, and so you can understand sales faster and understand LinkedIn better.